Live from KVII Studios in downtown Amarillo, ABC 7 News at 6. The Panhandle Spirit starts now.
Happening right now on this code red day for high winds and high fire danger. There is a grass fire ongoing in Roosevelt County between Portales and Floyd. Officials say homes west of Roosevelt Road W and south of NM 236 have been evacuated.
And police say no evacuations are happening inside the city of Portales. Shelters have been set up at the First Baptist Church as well as the City Memorial Building. There was also a grass fire northwest of Tulia. At one point they had called in Randall County for help, but it appears now that the smoke from that fire has diminished. It appears to be under control.
Let's check in with Storm Surge 7 Chief Meteorologist Steve Kirsch to see how much longer these strong winds are going to continue.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to last at least till midnight tonight, maybe even an hour or two after that. We're going to see the wind shift, too, as a cold front rolls through the high plains. But in the meantime, it's that howling wind out of the west and southwest. Let's go back live to our sky cam in Portales. It's bouncing around, those winds still gusting over 50 miles per hour at times. But I want to take a look at Littlefield, our sky cam there. And you talk about a mess. Look at all the dirt that is blowing across West Texas and eastern New Mexico. And that will continue tonight. Your out-the-door forecast shows those howling winds at least until midnight. They'll shift around to the northwest, 15 to 25 in the morning. You need that heavy coat heading to work or school tomorrow, low of 34. But wind chill values in the 20s, if not even the upper teens. And we'll talk more about this cold weather in a real interesting Saturday forecast, all heading your way here in about 16 minutes. Nicole?
Thanks, Steve. Now you're getting a live look at an overturned semi on Southeast 3rd and Lakeside in Amarillo. Officials on the scene say the driver of that semi is injured. The extent of his injuries, though, are not clear. We will continue to follow this story as we receive more information.
And this is a live look at outages across the area from the wind damage from the XL outage map. We're seeing just over 100 here in Amarillo, fewer in neighboring towns around the Panhandle. XL Energy asks if you do have an outage because of the strong winds to go to the website or call to report downed lines or outages. XL also urges everyone to stay away from those downed power lines because they may still be energized.
And if you have any photos or videos from the strong windstorm today, from damage to any debris, you can share them with us on Chime In. It's really easy to do. Go to abc7amarillo.com/chime in or select Chime In on the Explore page of our ABC 7 News app. And happening right now, the Dumas Fire Department battled the wind today to make sure the embers from a fire last night didn't flare up.
It destroyed a popular landmark in the city's downtown while threatening nearby buildings. ABC 7's Drew Powell has the story from Dumas.
This is a landmark, and it's a shame that it's going away.
Moore County Judge Rowdy Rhodes on what was once the Star Theater and later a bowling alley until sitting vacant before a fire destroyed it.
The problem is everything fell in on itself and it's all brick.
It's made out of what's called Abilene bricks, which is something you don't see anymore. The reason why crews are still putting water on hot spots is because they're worried about the strong winds blowing embers around the town.
We don't want embers blowing all over town. Most of these roofs have tar built up roofs, and these embers could cause fires on these roofs.
Dumas Fire Chief and fire investigator for the city, Ronald Prey, is tasked with investigating the cause of last night's fire. Prey says the building had been used for storage, and transients were known to be using the building during extreme winter or summer days and nights to avoid being outdoors.
Did have reports that squatters had been in the building, living in the building and moving in and out, and we've done searches on the building. From what we can see, there's nobody that was in the building.
I know a lot of people wanted to preserve it. Like I said, the damage was so bad, and with the high winds coming today, they were afraid that it was going to collapse.
Now there are memories and piles of bricks. Crews will stay on scene and monitor the weather conditions. Drew Powell, ABC 7 News.
And Chief Prey says the investigation into what caused the fire could take a while. He said fires in large brick structures are particularly dangerous to be around due to the threat of a wall collapsing.
Staying in Moore County, a group of farmers, ag consultants, and government employees graduated from a Master Irrigators program. Folks who signed up to take the course learned how to reduce wasting water and how to improve soil conditions under their farms. The North Plains Conservation Center hopes these strategies will lead to long-term benefits.
The course is a 4-day course over 4 weeks that includes those and several other things that would help growers do a better job with the water that they've got.
You gain the technical knowledge to utilize some efficient irrigation practices, which USDA promotes in this area.
This marks the 4th year for this course.
In Crime Watch tonight, the Randall County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a wanted man. He is 48-year-old Stephen Rowe. He is wanted for theft of property greater than $2,500. If you know where he is or where he could be, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 374-4400. You could get a cash reward if your tip leads to an arrest.
And when we come back here on ABC 7 News at 6, turning tragedy into triumph. Many people who are the survivors of human trafficking still carry tattoos of ownership. How some are turning those marks into symbols of survival.
And the president traveled to Texas today, spreading his get tough stance on illegal immigration.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6 with David Bradley, Nicole Kahn, Lee Baker with sports, and Storm Surge 7 Chief Meteorologist Steve Kirsch. This is ABC 7 News, the Panhandle Spirit.